Welcome to Vijay Mohan IAS Academy. This is Vijay Mohan. Hope everyone is doing well and hope everyone's preparation is also going well, right? So as you know that we are in the module of Tspsc Group 1 Mains Paper 4 video course and test series, and which is exclusively intended for English medium students, and we are presently dealing with Telangana economy, more particularly first chapter of Telangana economy, right? So in the previous video we had a discussion. As you know that this is the first chapter of Telangana economy, and we are now dealing with the Telangana economy in United AP, that is 1956 to 2014, deprivation and underdevelopment. We already completed agricultural sector, and in the previous video we had a discussion about the industrial sector and what is the nature of the development of industrial sector of the Telangana economy in the United AP, that is 1956 to 2014. In the previous video, we just had a overview of what is the nature of development. We assessed the nature of development in a phase-wise manner. We had not drawn any conclusions or inferences. We just provided what is the nature of development, in the sense what is the nature of development of investment, what is the nature of development number of units, and what is the nature of development of employment opportunities. What was the nature of development of all these important indicators? We just saw it in a phase-wise manner. That is from 1956 to 1970s, how agriculture based industries dominated the scene. Then from 1917 onwards, how the industrial structure of the Telangana as well as Andhra has metamorphosed or changed from agro-based to manufacturing-based, and how public sector has played an important role. Our public sector industries had played an important role in the development of industrial ecosystem of Telangana area during the 70s and 80s. And after 80s, how it has shifted from manufacturing-based to service-oriented industrial profile, and how some of the districts contributed more in the services sector, right? So basically in the last video we moved in a manner that yes, there is a development, and we had assessed the nature of the industrial development. We had not drawn any conclusion or any inferences. Now in this video we'll be drawing the conclusions and inferences with respect to deprivation and underdevelopment of Telangana industrial sector, right? Just see, I'll taking you through briefly what we discussed in the previous video, right? We assessed nature of industrial development and industrial growth in Telangana, broad theme. I placed it in a broad theme, right? Then, Then what has happened in the manufacturing sector during the 1970s, and so then we had a discussion about the neglect of Nizam period industries, how the Nizam period industries had been neglected in the United AP, right? Then we had a discussion about the growth in the public sector industry and structural shift in industrial profile of the state, how there has been a perceptible structural shift in the industrial profile of the state from agro-based to manufacturing sector, right? Then we had a discussion about the growth of industrial sector during 1971-72 to 1981-82 in a nutshell. That I had provided one table with respect to the growth. What is the growth in number of units, what is the growth in capital investment, and what is the growth in number of employees, and percentage change over in 1982 over 1971, right? Then we had a discussion about industrial development during 1993-1994 to 2004-2005, right? And after this, we also saw one table related to the percentage share of industry in manufacturing and services in Telangana during this period, that is 1993-94 to 2004-2005, right? And we had established that during this period, and we saw that during this period, the share of industry in the Telangana, the total SDP has decreased when compared to the Andhra's share, right? So deprivation, you can say that there is a particular kind of deprivation. Now, what is the situation of employment generation during that period? Then finally we saw growth of industrial sector in 2004, 2005 to 2015, 2016, and we saw that from 2005, 2006 to 2014, 15, the growth of the industrial sector in the Telangana area has been very volatile, right? So, and we also solved one of the previous year questions. Just go through the previous video, then you will be able to understand it. Now, sorry. Now we will see the deprivation and underdevelopment of Telangana industrial sector. In terms of some of the important aspects, we will see how Telangana industrial sector had been subjected to deprivation, had been subjected to underdevelopment, right? So first we will see how there was a particular decline of share of industrial sector in total GSDP. How Telangana's share of industrial sector has declined over a period of time, right? Compared to Andhra, Telangana was quite ahead in industrial development by the time of formation of United Andhra Pradesh in 1956. This we already saw that the compared to Andhra area, Telangana was at the time of formation of Andhra Pradesh in 1956. Telangana was quite ahead in industrial development. Yes, right. If you see in 1953-54, the share of industry for Telangana in Hyderabad state was 24%. So the share of industry for Telangana in Hyderabad state was around 24%. And for Andhra, it was only 16% in the year 1950-51. So you had established the first statement by providing factual information that yes, the share of industry for Telangana in Hyderabad state was 24%. At the same time, around at the same period, the share of industry in Andhra for Andhra CSDP is only 16%, right? Now, so you had established that Telangana was quite ahead in industrial development by the time of formation of United Andhra Pradesh, right? So since the formation of Andhra Pradesh, the share of industries in Telangana decreased. Here you can observe the deprivation. So since the formation of Andhra Pradesh, the share of industries in Telangana decreased, right? While the share in Rayalaseema of Andhra region increased. See, this is basically the increase in the share of Rayalaseema, or you can say the industrial share of Rayalaseema is because of one particular reason. As far as Rayalaseema is concerned, is that the base, or you can say the base of calculation is very low as far as Rayalaseema is concerned. That is why you can observe, we will see as we go, one tabular format where you can see that the growth of industrial GSDP or number of units is more in Rayalaseema region. Why? Because it is the base effect, right? So as far as Telangana is concerned, since the formation of Andhra Pradesh, the share of industries in Telangana decreased while that of Rayalaseema of Andhra region increased. Okay. For instance, the percentage share of industry in Telangana's total SDP has decreased from 33.2% in 1993 to 28.3% in 2004-2005. So if you take the example of 1993-1994 share of industry in the total GSDP, it is around 33%, 33.2%. However, it has decreased to 28.3% in 2004-5, right? So the share of industry in Telangana's total SDP has decreased for a period of, you can observe that for a period of 1 decade, it has decreased around 5 percentage points, right? Now, see, whereas in Andhra region, the same has been increased from 25.3% to 26.4% during the same period. So during the same period, the Andhra's industrial share of the Andhra's total SDP has increased from 25.3% to 26.4% during the same period, right? The decline is more visible in the Telangana's manufacturing sector. Yeah, wait. Sorry. the decline is more visible in the Telangana's manufacturing sector, with its share in total SDP reducing from 19% in 1993-94 to 13.4% in 2004-2005. So, if you observe the share of manufacturing sector of Telangana during that period, then you can see that the deprivation is more because the decrease is perceptible. The decrease, you can feel the decrease as the decrease is perceptible. As you can see that it was the manufacturing sector contributions in Telangana's total SDP is 19% in 1993-94. It has decreased to 13.4%. That is nearly 6 percentage point decrease by within 1 decade, right? So further, the same trend has been continued during the period 2004-2005 to 2014-15. See, now you observe that how we are moving. First, we saw 93-94 to 2004-2005 period. Then we are dealing with 2004-2005 to 2014-15. In this way, you need to write your answers in a logical way, logical sequence, right? Further, the same trend has been continued during the period 2004-2005 to 14-15, with the share of industry in total GSDP of Telangana declined from 28.3% in 2004-2005 to 24.3% in 2014-2015, right? Yes, there is a compensation from the services sector. It has compensated, services sector has compensated this share. However, industrial sector of Telangana area experienced a deprivation, right? The growth rate in the investment of industries also declined in Telangana. Even if you take the investment in industries, the growth rate of that investment in industries of Telangana area experienced a decline. However, if you see the total investment of industries in Andhra Pradesh, you observe that the major chunk of the investment in industries has happened in Telangana area only. Now you see, yet from the point of view of industrial investment, the industrial growth in Telangana assumed the share of nearly 2/3 in the total growth of the United Andhra Pradesh. So if you take the total investment climate, then Telangana has contributed nearly 2/3 in the total growth of the United Andhra Pradesh industrial investment, right? Now we will observe one J-block format. Yes. This is the sectoral distribution of GSDP in the years 1993-94 to 2015-16 in Telangana state, right? Now here if you observe, since 1993-94 to 2015-2016, this is agriculture sector, industrial sector and services sector. If you see the industrial sector's contribution, in total Telangana's SDP, it has been continuously decreased, right? See, continuously there is a decrease. And if you see the services sector contribution, it has continuously increased. So this shows the discrimination or deprivation that the industrial sector of the Telangana area faced during the period of United Andhra Pradesh, right? Yes. Now we'll move further. So we have completed the deprivation that has happened in the share of Telangana's industrial sector to the total Telangana's SDP. Now we will see what is the discrimination in expenditure on industrial sector. So how the expenditure has been made more in the Andhra area compared to the Telangana area as far as industrial sector is concerned. And one more thing, you observe that even Telangana area is contributing more industrial investment as far as United Andhra Pradesh is concerned. Still, the expenditure on industrial sector is quite inexplicably is more in Andhra area, right? If you see,